Good afternoon, YouTube. I'm Pokemon Trainer Think, and BDSP are like 5 days away, and I'm super excited for these games to come out. But since I'm not covering leaks on the channel because I don't want to have the game ruined for me, and I know that there's some fans out there that aren't gonna want leaks, especially Legends. After they revealed, spoiler alert, after they revealed Zoroark and Zorua, I stopped looking at anything Legends related. I want to be completely surprised when I play these games. And I know there's people out there that want that as well. So welcome to the spoiler-free channel. Since I'm not covering leaks, I don't have much to work with as far as content goes until the games come out. And I thought I would do, a top 10 favorite Sinnoh Pokemon. When I picked out my top 10, it was actually very easy for me to pick out like 7 of them, and the last 3, they were the harder ones for me to pick. 7 were really easy, like I said, and I didn't want to pick like Garchomp or Luxray or Staraptor and everyone's favorites. So I did pick one that's on there that's pretty much everybody's favorites, but it's my number 10. So starting with number 10 is Infernape. I know people are gonna have it like number 4 or 2 or even 1 for some people. I just prefer Blaziken over Infernape, the first firefighting type. I know in terms of stats, Infernape is better unless you have a Blaziken with speed boost, and then Blaziken is just broken. So Infernape is a good all-round attacker. It can pretty much fill whatever role you want or are missing in your team. And it's Growl, it's Cry, it's so good. That's little things that I appreciate in the Pokemon world. Cricketune freaks me out, gives me like the heebie-jeebies when I hear it. It is a very interesting cry, but it's not for me. Moving on to number 9 is Drifloon. Drifloon was, I couldn't pick really between Drifblim and Drifloon. I obviously would pick Drifblim in a team, to use. But Drifloon is super cute. The lore behind it is very creepy, the Pokedex entries. And I have a tattoo of Drifloon. Actually, I have a tattoo of quite a few Pokemon, mostly ghost types. Actually, they're all ghost types as of right now. So here it is, a little Drifloon there. A little Banette holding a Drifloon. Number 8, which would be Frostlass for me. If you couldn't tell, I really like ghost Pokemon. And the lore behind creepy Pokemon really draws me in. I like creepy Pokemon, if you couldn't tell. I love the design. She's wearing a kimono. She lures people, mostly men, into the freezing cold mountain or lair that she has and freezes them for all of eternity because she's very lonely. That's sad. But I do love Frostlass. So number 7, we move on to Empoleon. Now, as far as design goes, it's not really, my favorite Pokemon, or even up there with some of my favorite Pokemon. And I know a lot of people hate the design or love the design, so it's kind of a, back and forth. As far as design goes, I'm really right in the middle. It's okay, it's not bad, it's not great. The reason why it is number 7 on this list is because of my connection with a specific Empoleon. My first playthrough of Diamond when I was a kid, when they came out, I threw it in my DS. I picked Piplup. Piplup was super cute. Went through pretty much the whole game with just Piplup and HM Slaves. With the gyms, the way it matches up, Empoleon is a great pick if you just want to solo mon the game. I think I got to Cynthia at like level 86, almost 90. In one playthrough, I did it in like 6 hours, beat the whole game. When I was a kid, it was really the picking the starter and going through, the story that was really interesting to me as a kid. Now it's, the end game, fill out the living decks, go shiny hunting and all that stuff. And Empoleon really was kind of the last time I ever did that. It was the last time I ever picked one Pokemon and played through the whole game without doing like a challenge run. I was a kid that was like, yeah, well, let's just raise the one Pokemon. First time I did it was Blaziken. Got it all the way up to level 100. So Empoleon really has that kind of connection with me. That's why it's number 7 on this list. Number 6, I realized number 7, I'd spent a lot of time on number 7. So Number 6 is Togekiss, and just look at this derpy little face. He's super cute and super tough, you know? It's a very viable competitive Pokemon. So it looks derpy, it's really strong, so it's kind of like a sleeper, you know? People are like, oh, it's Togekiss. I mean, people who know, they're like, oh man, Togekiss. I'm about to get hacked into this game. They're gonna flinch me every 2 turns, you know? But to the unknown, you know, Togekiss is this derpy looking Pokemon that doesn't do anything until they face up against it, you know? So it was part of my first competitive, like fully, I bred a perfect Togekiss, a perfect team to take me into competitive, which I didn't really get into until Sword and Shield. So yeah, Togekiss is number 6 on this list because of that derpy little face. Number 5 on this list is Toxicroak. Now, it's a great design Pokemon. I love poison types, I love fighting types, and they put them together with this Pokemon. Yes, it does have a 4 times weakness to Psychic, but Toxicroak is a great design Pokemon. Look at his little mustache. He's got that little orangey mustache. Is it orange or is it black? What is the lip orange and the mustache the black? Probably, but great design. I love how cool it looks. I just like it. I don't know why I like certain Pokemon, but there it is. I'm trying to find a reason. I can't find it. Toxicroak is cool, okay? Number 4 on this list is Turtwig. I love Turtwig. He's the cutest turtle boy out there. I do love Torterra, but he's very niche, which sucks because I like the typing. I like the design of Torterra, but if I had to pick the cutest of the 3 starters, Turtwig would be my personal choice. I do like grass starters. I know, shame on me, right? Turtwig is cute. Cutest boy out there. Number 3 is Spiritomb. Spiritomb has a great design. It's creepy. It's 108 souls bound together to a rock, to an odd keystone. You know, it's very hard to find. So if you can get a Spiritomb in Gen 4, it's like much respect to you. You grinded for this Pokemon. So Spiritomb is number 3 on this list. Now we get to number 2, which I'm sure is on a lot of people's lists. It's one of my favorite Pokemon of all time. I think it is my favorite legendary Pokemon. You could probably guess what it is based on the rest of this list. Number 2 is Giratina. I would have put it on number 1, but I didn't feel like putting a legendary as number 1. But Giratina is, you know, the evil Pokemon, the Pokemon devil, if you will. It's the god of the underworld. It's Hades, you know. He's the underworld Pokemon, the alternate dimension Pokemon. Is very dark and shadowy with the glowing red eyes in platinum. Like, that cutscene was so cool back in the day. Going into the distortion world and catching a different form. Like, nobody knew, like, what, a legendary has a different form? Giratina is so cool. He's one of my favorites, and a great, like, a negative shiny. That's like the color tone I get from it, you know. It's like that negative. I know there's some like blue in there, but yeah, Giratina, super cool. Centipede Pokemon. Alright, and that brings us to number 1 on the list, which is one of my all-time favorite Pokemon. That is Lucario. Lucario is one of the best designed Pokemon out there, and he has a really cool Mega Evolution, also equally cool in design. Lucario is a great typing, you know, Steel type with 10 resistances, I believe, and Fighting type with being good against 5 different types, and then Steel kind of covering its weakness to Fairy. Yeah, it does have a weakness to Fire types and Ground types, which are a really common type in competitive Pokemon. But Lucario is just kind of like Infernape. It can be, you know, it's got, I think, 104 attack and special attack. They're pretty much the same. So Lucario is number 1 on this list based on overall design, great typing, and can fill pretty much whatever role you need it to in your team. So that brings us to the end of the video. What did you think? Type down below in the comments, you know, what your top 10 favorite or top 5 favorite. If you can't think of that many, it was kind of hard for me to put, you know, Frostlass, Drifloon, and Infernape on there. I didn't really want to put Infernape on there, but I didn't want to put, you know, Roserade on there. I prefer Roselia. I didn't want to put Luxray on there. Great design Pokemon, but everybody picks these Pokemon, so I mean, everybody picks Infernape too, so who knows what was going on in my head when I picked it. It's just the growl that gets me. I think Chimchar's growl is a little bit cuter. Anyway, thank you for watching. Like and subscribe, leave a comment down below. It really helps. The algorithm, I've only got 2 videos, this being number 2, so I'm sure I'm not showing up on anybody's page right now. So anyway, thank you for watching and have a good day. We'll see you on Friday.